I saw on your Instagram that you have a new house. Tell us about, is this the house behind you?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we decided to move over. I know we said a bunch of bad things about the valley, but over towards Studio City, it's just more quiet and you get bigger yards. So yeah, we've got a great yard for the dogs to run in and much more room, which we needed. We were running out of space. And now we have a home gym and stuff like that. So it's going to be great.
So Chriselle sold you on the valley.
Well, I sold myself on the valley kind of because I sold a bunch of homes over the summer. A lot of my clients just started moving over the hill. And so as I was driving around a lot and showing them homes, I'm like, kind of like it. Yeah, I got really acquainted with it and decided that we're going to make our move.
Yeah. So tell us, what have you been up to since the end of season 3?
The real estate market went through the roof. It's been on fire. So I was so busy over the summer. It's my best year ever.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just have a bunch of clients that decided to move or client referrals. A lot of people, I've got a couple clients at Snapchat. And so they just started referring me to a bunch of the other people there too. And so business just boomed. So that's what I've been doing.
How did the show change your work life? I mean, obviously, you're suddenly a lot more famous.
Yeah.
How did it change it for you?
It increased business for sure. I've got quite a few clients out of it, actually. People that are moving here. There's still some people from the UK that are moving over. They're buying a vacation home, but they have to wait to be able to travel to do it. But I've got a list of people that are planning to buy a place. But then a lot of people just they need more room, they need more space, and so they know who I am, or if they don't need to work from a certain location anymore because they're working from home. A lot of people are moving, so it's increased business for me. And they know me from the show, and they like me on the show, so they call me up.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So, some of the big things that happened this time. Obviously, you had your wedding. What did you feel? I mean, did you feel it was showing all of that stuff on camera? Was it too personal for you?
Sometimes the producers did have to talk me into a couple of things. They're like, it's going on in your life. You need to talk about it. And so I was like, oh, I don't want to. So like with Romaine, the bachelor party thing, I was like, no. I'm not talking. We are dealing with this on our own. They're like, no, you're not. You're going to talk about it. If it's happening, you talk about it. So I'm like, fine. So we did. They didn't. I don't think they made us look too bad, but other than that, the good stuff, I mean, we really don't have many problems. I don't think Romaine and I, we had arguments about the Davina thing going to the wedding, but he and I get along pretty well. And so most of it's all fun stuff we've shared so far. Fertility issues and stuff. I mean, that's part of life. And so hopefully people will resonate with it. So I don't mind showing stuff like that.
Obviously there's a lot of drama between the women in the show.
Yeah, that's the part I don't like being involved in. I don't mind sharing my life, but I don't like.
You seem actually like you're probably the least dramatic of.
Yeah. Most of the time I don't really care. I'm like, are we seriously talking about this? It's so dumb. Like, go work, do something. I don't know. It's so dumb. But and then it's hard for issues to drop, even if like it gets to a point where normally in life, like it sizzles out or fades out. Like, I mean, you can't keep some sort of drama going on forever. But with as many interviews as we do, and with social media and people saying things and comments that are made, it just like it keeps things going. It almost snowballs sometimes and gets even worse than what it was. I mean, I think relationships between some of the girls were worse after we stopped filming than before. So, or like when we were filming, just because once it came out, the interviews, you talk about things, then you read an interview someone said, you're like, oh, well, hang on. You're like, that is not nice. So, it keeps things going a little bit, but it's kind of what we signed up for, and we're learning. I mean, this is all new to all of us. So So we're kind of learning as we go and getting used to this new life.
They made a lot last season about about Jason playing favorites with you. How fair is that as a criticism, or is it real, not real?
It's not real. I mean, I'm his favorite, but I mean that is true. But he doesn't give me listings. I mean, and I see people say this, and I'm like, I don't know why they think he's just going to give people listings. I'm like, you do realize you have to work for your business, right? People don't just, why would Jason just give away money and give away clients? He's a realtor too. He's not just a broker. He's a realtor. So why would he do that? He's not. I don't even know how that, it took on like a life of its own. I think Maya said it one time, and then it just started getting repeated over and over and over. And I'm like, name one. I was like, who are you talking about? Of all the escrows, all the listings, they were mine. They weren't his, and he didn't give me anything. So, I mean, I think all the deals I closed this year, there was one client that was one he gave me a long time ago. It was one I think Brett didn't want. So he asked Jason if he wanted it, and then Jason didn't want it. So he's like, here, will you work with them? And then I had already worked with them like 2 different times. Now this was the 3rd time I sold him something. I'm like, but that was from years ago when he did that. It's just they liked me, and it's referral business after that. And so there was only one this whole year, and I've sold quite a few homes this year.
So I was just looking online, and so I was seeing some of the talk about, like, not about you, but about some of the other people on the show, that a lot of it is just being staged and whatever. What do you make about that?
It's not fake at all. Everything's real. The only thing that they will do is if there's something that one of us needs to talk about, or if we're upset about something, they're like, okay, well, wait, don't talk to her off camera. Just make sure we're there. So we get real reactions. So that's the only way where things can be kind of set up, like in a certain thing, like where we're just, I mean, they'll ask us, just don't call her on the phone when we're not there, because then it would look like when we talk about it on screen, it's just gonna look fake because we've already had the conversation. So sometimes we do it anyway because we're like, well, I'm not doing that just right on. So sometimes we will end up talking, but yeah, I mean, it's all real. I think we're very organic, and everything that happens just happens. But I think cameras being there, sometimes certain personalities, they get a little over the top. I mean, they're like, I don't know, for some reason when cameras are around, people just do stupid things that they wouldn't normally do. I don't know why. Yeah. For me, I'm like, I think I watch what I do more, but some people are like, amp it up. And so it just makes things more dramatic, I think. But to be fair, we filmed for like 6 months, and it's all edited down too. Yeah, and so we film so much. So it's not like we sit and just fight all day. I mean, half the time, but no one wants to see us just sitting there like on our laptops, like not saying anything. So that all gets edited out.
Which of the ladies are you sort of outside of the show most close to?
Well, Amanda's been my best friend for 20 years.
Yeah.
But I would say Chriselle and Heather. I'm very close with both of them.
Yeah. And do you guys hang out offset as well?
Yeah, all the time. I would say mostly Heather, Chriselle, Amanda, me, Romaine, Jason, and Brett hang out all the time. Mm-hmm. Heather not quite as much as the rest of us because she's an OC, but we go down there and we'll go hop on their boat and hang out with them. So yeah.
No Christine?
No Christine, no Davina. Maya's in Miami, so I forget to mention her, but it's because she just doesn't even live here. So
yeah. So are you guys getting ready for season 4?
I don't know how much I can say, but I can't confirm, but I think you guys are going to see season 4. And once COVID, there's a lot of regulations that goes into it, that in planning, whenever you start filming during this time. So I think they're just getting all that done, and all that planned. So, Netflix hasn't officially announced anything, so I can't,